uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and if you're lucky enough indeed to be doing it too, welcome back to Channel and Bushkin. Today I'm going to tell you all about the P90, the real numbers, the stats, what it does well, what it doesn't do well, how you can use it to be effective, the real positives of the weapon, where it sits within the meta, the spray patterns, the numbers, everything. Let's get going, and we've got a lot to get through, so let's do it. The P90 is the brand spanking new SMG, fresh to the marketplace on the Livic map. Now, it should be noted that the map is considered a beta. We know that because we've had a look at some of the attachments and that, and they don't do anything yet, but the P90 certainly does stuff. It's a weapon that seems very much geared towards your standard SMG meta, which is close quarters combat, a lot of hip firing, nothing at range, good time to kill, not amazing, and the ability to basically be very, very good in the tight and pretty bloody bad at the long. The sweet spot for the weapon is right around about, I'd say, 50 meters. Outside of that, it starts losing effectiveness compared to some of the other competitive weapons in the marketplace, and most notably anything that you want to spray with. We did a lot of testing. We had to do it on the Livic server, which was a bit of a punish, and we did it in lots of 25-round magazines. Why? Because that was the best common denominator, and I put it up against the UMP, the Uzi, and the Vector, because they're really the compatriots of this gun. And you can see straight away that the P90 and the Vector look very, very similar. And I don't think that's an accident. The surprising thing for me is that they are still in the game together. Usually, when they have guns that are this similar, they'll put them in as a replacement. And they'll either be a little bit better or a little bit worse than the gun that they're replacing. And most notably, like guns like the Pubg, which is so much better than the Mini 14. And we're going to get to the Mark 12 in another video, which is kind of the Mini 14 replacement on Livic. Well, it is. The P90 has enough vertical recoil that you have to have, you know, decent sensitivity to control it, but it's not as bad as the UMP. It does have a bigger spread, horizontal spread, than the UMP, but none of these guns horizontally is so bad that you're not going to hit your target, because you shouldn't be using them at wide range. The Uzi is obviously ridiculous. Like the vertical recoil on the Uzi is non-existent, and these are in 25-round bursts that these things are firing, and you can see the Uzi's recoil is just absolutely off the charts good. So use the Uzi for the close, it's pretty good. If you want to know about the numbers, this is the website to go to, thebushka.com. You can see there obviously lots of numbers, but I've summarized it here for you so you can figure out what's what. 31.4 chest damage, which to be honest is right around the Vector, which is 32 chest damage, and above the Uzi, which is 25.9, and below the UMP, which is 39.6. Your damage to a level 2 vest is 18.84, and your rate of fire is around every 0.063 seconds, which is pretty bloody quick. That's the same speed basically as the Vector, again, which is 0.61. The time to kill is 0.33 seconds, and the bullet speed is 360 meters a second. The Vector's time to kill is 0.305 seconds, and the bullet speed on the Vector is 384 meters per second. What makes it stand out from the Vector for me is its plug and play ability is a lot better. The Vector is a very fragile weapon in terms of getting the most out of it. It starts off with 19 in the clip, and then you have to get a vertical foregrip. Most importantly, you have to get an extended mag, obviously. And then you have to get a vertical foregrip for it. You really need to get the tack stock, and that means there's a lot of effort put into that. This gun is just simple. Fire it and forget it. You pick it up, you've got 50 in the clip straight away. Oh, thanks very much for your buggy wall. No worries, glad we can see your head through that. You've got 50 in the clip, bang, you go. You can't put a stock on it or a foregrip that's of any note. Only takes a laser attachment anyway, so your best bet is just to use it in the tight, which is where it's exceptional, because the recoil is controlled. This is the sweet spot on the range, really. Just about here is, you can see how easy it is to control this. Like very, very simple. Very, very simple. Why is it good in the tight? Let me show you a clip. And this is what I really think is great about this gun. I have started pushing towards a group of a squad that's running up the hill to my right, and straight away you can see the shortcomings of this gun at that kind of range. As soon as a target starts traversing left to right in front of you, or right to left, they are very, very hard to hit because your bullet speed is quite low. But I'm not having to reload this. I've got 37 in the clip, and I don't have to reload. I don't have to reload because there is so much ammo in this weapon. Unlike a lot of the SMGs, you can clear a target very, very easily. 6 rounds is what you need to clear a level 2 vest, and that means that you have more than enough ammunition to take on a squad with this. If you run a double P90, which isn't crazy on this map, you can have 100 rounds and very, very comfortably take out a squad. It's so good at that. This is where it struggles at that kind of range. You will be successful with it and clear targets at this range for no other reason than you have so much ammo. And I'll show you this next clip after this one. I'll show you where I just eventually clear a guy, but it takes me a whole clip. But who cares? It's 50 rounds of 9mm. It's not like they're charging you by the bullet. There's someone running to the zone ahead of me. Hello. It's a whole clip. My goodness gracious me. We died here. The Livic zone is legit. Do not mistake it for a friendly, fun, bouncy zone. It'll hurt you. The iron sights are atrocious. The iron sights are just a box. They are just a box. It's like they got tired of working that day and said, what are we going to do for iron sights? And someone went, let's just make it a square. And they said, oh, great. That's a great idea. And he goes, no, I'm serious. Let's just make it a square. Bob says, make it a square. We're going to make it a square? We're making it a square. Don't use the iron sights. They're not good. And it has that problem with very tall iron sights where the barrel is a little bit above where the actual sight line is, where the actual line of the sight is a little bit above the line of the barrel. Good work, Bushka, with the English. So where does this thing really fit? Well, the excess size in the magazine is offset by the fact that it's a 3.4 second reload, which is a lot, but at the same time, you get 50 rounds in the clip. And 3.4 seconds, it's not hard to manufacture that. The negative on this is you can't really improve the weapon. There's no lower rail attachment that's going to make it sing. Like if you could put a thumb grip or something on this, I'd be really happy, because a thumb grip will help the ADS speed, and the ADS speed is really what you get out of this. You want to be using it up close and personal. There's a lovely shot with the headshot with the K98K. Thanks very much. Show yourself, damn it. What I would suggest though is that might change. I would love to see them allow you to mount just a thumb grip, whereas it would really direct people towards the style of gameplay that this weapon excels at. You know, certain guns like the Tommy gun, you can't mount light grips and the such. You can mount the vertical foregrip and Bob's your mother's brother, but this gun would be great if it was just one you could only mount a thumb grip on. I'd be really happy with that. You get a little bit of vertical recoil reduction and you get a big ADS speed boost. I have to be honest with you, when I was shooting this footage, I had just got, MGC had sent me a screen protector that makes the thing slide around like an ice rink, and thumb socks, and I was trying that. So my sensitivity isn't perfect right now, and that will obviously improve those long range sprays. But the main issue isn't sensitivity, it's bullet speed. Bullet speed on this is such, like you'll see a guy coming over there, I just throw so many rounds at him, like a full clip again, 50 rounds, and it chews it, hey. But look at this, you get to spray, get to spray, get to spray, and the hip fire is gorgeous. It's lovely. It's exactly what you want out of an SMG. Too many people try to make SMGs emulate other weapons. They do what they do very, very well, and the P90's place in that is almost like the AR of SMGs. I know a lot of people associate that with the UMP because it's damage and such, and recoil is very controllable, but the P90 has 50 rounds. It has the same damage on a base round as a Vector, but when you pick it up, it has 50 rounds instead of 19, and it's really able to clear a lot of targets. It's got a lot of killing power in that clip. Overall, it makes it a weapon that is just a lot of fun to play. Now, aesthetically and audibly, it's outstanding. The gun looks good. I don't like the iron sights, but I mean, let's have a look at that clip that I used at the start again. It looks like a staple gun of death. Like it does. Look at that rail. Look at the squareness of it. It is really quite a unique looking weapon within the confines of PUBG Mobile. And they do a great job with the weapons in PUBG Mobile. They model them really well. They look cool. Where the sights sit looks good. I mean, FPP just makes guns look better. Like I can't tell you how much I prefer FPP for gunfighting than TPP. But TPP is really what this gun is built for. There's a lot more hip firing for me in TPP than FPP. And being a good hip fire weapon is a real value. I don't think that the reload holds it back. It's very, very easy to reload. You can see how I suppress this door, suppress, and then just eventually clear it. And that's a benefit of having 50 in the clip. It really is. You can't do that with an Uzi because an Uzi will just literally splurge the whole lot so fast that by the time you get to that door, it's all over. And that guy is a real dude down there. Like, we just managed to flag him out. I'll show you another really long range spray before we finish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm doing a Mark 12 video right now. That's going to be every bit as in depth as this is, and we're going to talk a lot about the place of that gun in the meta. It's pretty maligned at the moment. A lot of people aren't loving it, but I'm finding it to be exactly what's on the box, and it's hard to be angry at it when it's really a Mini 14. It's, for all intents and purposes, a Mini 14 with a little bit more going on. Please remember to like the videos. Please subscribe to the channel. That would help me tremendously. And as always, look after yourselves and stay safe on the battlefield. Oh, and by the way, like, I get people telling me that they can spray fine with UMPs and things at 200 meters. I keep telling you guys, and like, that spray just there, if they are running straight at you, it is very easy to spray with anything because there is no horizontal effort. Once people start jinking left and right, SMGs are bad at range. I cannot emphasize this enough. So if you come back at me and start saying I spray all the time at 200 meters with an SMG, then you are probably firing at people who are not very good at being elusive. I'm not casting aspersions upon you. I just think you should try that against people that really don't want to get hit and will run around like they've been electrocuted. Until next time, bye for now.